Hey, hello, how's it going? Welcome back to another Slice and Dice video. It's me, Cranberry. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're having a good one today. I am chilling. Just got back from work. I am planning on doing a stream maybe later today. I don't know what yet. I don't know what I'll be playing. Maybe I'll do Slicymon. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'll be playing yet, but maybe come swing by. If I'm playing Slicymon, it'll almost certainly be both on Twitch and on YouTube. We'll probably do a little multi-streaming there. If I play something else, I might do it just on Twitch. I'm not sure. I will say, if you do want to see when live streams are happening, the best way to do that is to join my Discord, because I have one of those. And basically, it's primarily for two things. The Discord's for two things. One, me telling people when I'm live streaming, and two, sharing pictures of hot dogs. A lot of pictures of hot dogs in there. So if you're interested in one or both of those things, maybe come join. Now, with that out of the way, let's actually play the game. Currently on a 23 win streak. It's the best win streak I've had in a while. Hopefully we don't, goof it up now. Would love to get a new PB if possible, but, one run at a time here. I will say, I do not love backstab as a curse. I think this is pretty bad. I think small bonus is secretly a killer. There's a lot of fights that this can really ruin you in, especially, grave summoning bones, or wisp summoning bones, right? Like, this can get out of hand very quickly sometimes, so you gotta be very careful about this curse. I'm a big hater of ghostly monsters. And I think Monster Shields is just, like, way worse than things like Monster HP +1, kind of obviously, right? So, I think these are all... We can do better on a reroll here, most likely. So, we will do that. We'll reroll instead, and I don't love this. This is a pretty iffy one. Tower 17 is a nightmare. This is way too much HP. So is Big Hitter 7. These are both kind of untakeable, in my opinion, between these two. Like, can you imagine the hand with 17 more HP? It's a mess. You need a incredibly strong team in order to have a chance against that, right? So, same thing with Big Hitter 7. You can get some really bad fights sometimes with this, so I dislike both of these curses a lot. Wanded, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing with Wanded. A lot of your characters, not all of them, and we actually have some that don't have it here, right? But a lot of your characters, their strongest sides are their two left sides, right? Pretty much Prodigy unaffected here, but Healer. Mana becomes single use, Wallop, these become single use, right? A lot of characters in the game, especially later on, their strongest sides are these two left sides. So Wanded looks not too tough, but it's actually pretty scary. Now, right to blank is sort of the inverse, right? It's two sides being gone entirely, but generally most characters do not care about their right to most sides, as you can see here, right? So I think it sucks to have Dabble with this. We're losing both the damage sides here. But I think ultimately long term, right to blank is not that very tough. It's not super tough as a curse. Now this does turn a couple of characters who are, otherwise okay into bad characters, right? For example, Wizard. Wizard is dog shit with right to blank. This is untakeable. Or Wizard's untakeable with this, I should say, right? There's characters like that, but there's also many endgame characters who are completely unaffected. Sorcerer, for example. Warlock, right? And that's just in the blue category. Obviously, there's we can go through the entire list if we wanted to, but I think ultimately here, I'm taking right to blank. Right? And we'll see how it plays. We'll see how it plays. I have not played this curse, I don't think, yet, at least in this patch. So I'm curious to see how it plays out here. I'm gonna be... I mean, we can't say the Prodigy. The archers are killing his ass, so... I will kill this bee, I believe. Little Scorch line here, and then just pass. If we need to next time, we can mend the Prodigy. It's not too dangerous. Right? Too bad we don't have Meddler. Meddler would be amazing with this curse. That would be like a boon if we had that instead. Unfortunately, not the case. But whatever, it's fine. Okay. First fight. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Now, again, we have two very strong characters. Knight literally unaffected by the curse. Herbalist barely affected by the curse, right? These two sides here on Herbalist basically already almost right as being blank anyway. Put some respect on the poison side. It is not nothing, but the growth side... Add growth for a dice is just so not worth the side itself. So, barely any changes, but between these two characters, I definitely lean more towards Knight as being the stronger of the two in a vacuum. And we're in a vacuum right now. We have no real build direction going here. So I'm very happy to take Knight. I will say Knight works pretty well with Brigand. We can use those exert sides to block if we need to. Although in a fight like this, I think I would prefer damage. when possible here, although we're not getting it. We're gonna block up here, I think. Hit. You know what? With those rolls, actually, you know, I'm okay with these. I wanted to get an Exert on Knight here, but I'll settle for these. And you two should not be rolling heal then in that case. We should be looking for mana here. Okay. Well, we can do this into this, and then we get like basically just full block. It's a bit of a weak turn, but what are you gonna do? We did lose a damage side on Knight here, which does suck, but Brigand has enough to kill the Thorn. It shouldn't be too big of an issue. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, a little bit of an issue, maybe. If we do this, we can... Maybe we burst, and then we mend here, and we hopefully get the retreat, right? We can definitely get the retreat, yeah, 100%. Okay, fight's over, easy peasy. Rusty Plate versus Pillow. There's something to be said about Pillow on Knight. The cool thing about Pillow with Exert characters is that when they Exert, they take the next turn off. The turn afterwards, Pillow is activated, right? Pillow, if you don't know, add Patient to the left side Patient, 2x if you were not used last turn, right? So there's something to be said there. It's not terrible as a tier 1, but that's pretty short term. Generally, I think that we're better off here just trying to risk this not terrible item in exchange for a usable, like a more usable tier 1, especially a left side replacer. So let's see if we can find anything. Okay, Bone Charm. I like Bone Charm quite a bit. Doesn't do anything currently for us, but it's neat. We should probably, you know what we actually do here? We should put Bone Charm somewhere else. Because in theory, with Prodigy having this revive side, we should be less cautious with other characters. That way Prodigy can bring them back and then there's no penalty for the next fight. Right? Hopefully that makes some sense at least. Probably. Okay, I'll take this. I'll take this to... I'll hold the shield here to make sure everyone lives. That's fine. Okay, good rolls all around. I like killing the wolf here. I think we'll do this into this. And burst here. We don't just want healer to die for no reason. We'll keep them alive still. But we should, for example, if we, you know, we should keep in mind that they're less of a priority with Prodigy being able to bring them back, I guess. Okay, that's not a very good roll. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll accept this. Do we have lethal here? We do. Okay, yep. We do just have lethal. Tweak monsters, minus 2 HP, plus 1 pip to all sides. No thank you, do not want to fuck with that. Especially in the alpha fight where he can summon 2 goons. This is an interesting spot too. Obviously both characters are affected by the blank. Vampire is missing the 5 pip heal, although honestly, for being real, the 5 pip heal was the least important side on Vampire. It's not a bad side, but these sides are way more important on average, I would say, for most fights. Right? So we're not losing too much on Vampire, but it is not nothing. And kind of the same logic with Brute here, right? Brute, we are missing the stun, but honestly, these sides... Well, I would say arguably the stun is about equal to the 3 damage heavy in terms of value. Maybe that's wrong, I don't know. I think I just like Vampire here. I like Vampire because Brigand works pretty well with being able to exert these, or being able to parry these exert sides. That's my logic, at least, here. Put this like so. It's funny, we put the bone on Brigand and he's just not getting targeted at all. That is funny. I'm gonna look for a 1 mana side here so I can pair with Prodigy. Yeah, I'll take shields instead. That's good too. Not too upset about this sequence of events here. Probably just gonna parry this turn. Yeah, taking 2 damage on Vampire in exchange for 3 mana, definitely worth it. Vampire does have these self-heal sides, although apparently we just, you know... Actually, do I want to roll down? No, because I'm going to kill the wolf here almost certainly, so I don't want to roll down. No, sir. Definitely hold that. Okay. Kill the wolf, keep his vampire alive, right? And then I think we just go burst here. Although it sucks, you know, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. It sucks if someone gets single targeted down here, but not too concerning. The big issue is that we're going to be double exerted this turn. That was like my fear. But not too bad. Okay, Prodigy is like triple X me, I think 2 turns in a row now. It's kind of messed up, buddy. Can you get your shit together, please? I think even then, we're going to have lethal this turn probably, so I'm not too worried. Okay, guys, come on. I'll settle on that. That's fine. Everyone else, can you get some rolls for me, please? Is that lethal? It is lethal. Okay. Just barely getting in there. Snake and Slimer. I will take Static Tome here. Something funny about Statuette with 2 right blank. Right, it's basically just these 2 blank in exchange for 6 HP. It's, I think, not worth it, but it is interesting to think about at the very least. It's some mitigated, I guess, damage by the curse on this, but it's just not good. And I think Static Tome is fine. Like, we put it here, worst case scenario, it's a slight buff, you know, short term. And you know, if we see like Evoker, I'll be very happy to have this for sure. A lot of good blue tier 2. Not a lot of good blue tier 2s, but like Maiko's not bad with this. We have more options basically, which I think is a good thing to have. Okay, we're gonna do. Oh, they unpair each other. That's so annoying. I didn't realize that. A little bit of a non-bow there. We can just double, you know, we can just double burst the snake down to stop the poison coming in. That's pretty good. And you have less HP, so I'll do this. Between the 2, obviously we don't care about Brigand because of the bone charm. He can eat shit for all I care. I'll take these. Can I get another 1 pipper here? I cannot, but that's fine. Probably gonna do like this. Oh, I had a 1 pipper there the whole time. I'm dumb. I'm gonna kill the Slimer then, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna win the fight instead. Okay, so we're in a very interesting spot. For me, this is a pretty easy juggler. We have just better juggler, right? We've gotten a character who's actually better with our curse than without it, right? Because we're losing the Caltrop side that's here. Pretty nice. And Caldera losing a 2-pip mana side is a pretty big deal. So this is a pretty easy juggler pickup if you ask me. The question is, where does Static Tome go? I don't know. I don't know if it goes anywhere. This is interesting. This is very interesting to me. I think this is wrong, but this tickles me in a way. I don't know. I think that's ultimately not good for us. But I feel good about the team. I'll take 2 mana. Everyone else, come on, guys. Get it together, please. Hold that. Try again. I think we just do this into kill War Chief and to block here. That looks pretty good. And then, I mean, these goblins are just not even remotely close to threatening us, so... Yeah, that's gonna be GG, folks. Siphon versus Polearm. There's something to be said about Static Tome and Polearm together. Right, there's something to be said about it. I think ultimately it is not that good. And that's kind of where I'm landing on that one, right? This is interesting though. I like the speculative Polearm pickup. I think it is just kind of bad for this team. Is the problem. If you don't know, by the way, Polearm, replace damage sides with the top side. You can sometimes do very crazy busted things with this. We've already missed one of the potential combos, but the classic is Basilisk Scale. Basilisk Scale puts +3, or I think it's +3. +3 on the top square, but then it petrifies over that side. However, when you use Polearm to duplicate that side and other damage sides, it maintains that bonus without the petrification, right? That's like the classic Polearm combo. There's a lot of weird niche things that show up throughout the run that this is pretty good with. I'm pretty confident I want to take this. Because Siphon's not terrible either, but it's a little weird on this team. It's fine with Vampire because she has the self-healing to kind of make up for it, but I think ultimately I do just like Polearm. I'm willing to sacrifice this pick here for potentially an awesome pick later, right? Now, this doesn't really do anything. It does something here, but I don't even like this because I like being able to parry these exert sides. You can make the juggler worse. You have plenty of options. You can do this as well. I don't like either. I think that's worse, for sure. But that is, like, an option in theory. This is also a roulette enabler, too. Right? If we see roulette, it's not as good with these blanks here, but it is, you know, a slightly better juggler in that case. If we see roulette here, we don't want to skip or random or whatever, right? We have options. I'll lock this in here. That's fine. Okay, kill you. Start working this. I think we can afford to exert here because we're going to almost certainly stun next turn. It would be hard not to get the stun here, basically. I mean, actually, I have to have a stroke because we have enough to burst you down for it. So yeah, we're getting it. You're absolutely getting that shit today, folks. And we just burst. Good. You know what? I said Evoker would be very good. He looks kind of dog shit, missing that one mana side, but that's not even that big of a deal. And we have the Static Tome. So this is a very easy Evoker pick here, if you ask me. This guy's looking pretty legit now on this team. Very happy to see the Evoker as strong as ever. Stronger than ever, I would even say. Coming into this team here to hopefully protect us from this mean Slime Queen. Okay, Juggler, you want to not triple X's here? There we go. Thank you. Very cool. Appreciate that. Gonna do some parrying here probably to prevent this incoming damage. Again, we less priority on Brigand. We don't want them to just die for no reason, but definitely overall less priority on protecting the Brigand here because of that Bone Charm. Now, I will accept all of these rolls. That's really good stuff. We can roll down a bit here. Try to find an Exert instead. Okay. This has got to be GG, right? Not literally this turn, but like in general. In general, this one's pretty much a wrap, folks. Yeah, not even dying in this turn. No risk of losing someone to, like, a Juggler. Caltrop roll instead. We're living the good life, folks. We are living the good life. And you run away. Good. Okay. Gizmo. I mean, Gizmo kind of worthless here, unfortunately. I don't hate Hissing Ring. But I think I'd rather get 2 random tier 2s here. Maybe we get something that can, like, enable our Polearm better. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything that would. I guess, wait, what's the one? Worn Arms could do something. I don't like it, but it could be a thing here for us. With Polearm specifically, but it's not that good either. I don't know. What do you got for me, game? 1 to 5, worthless. Ice Cube is something. Ice Cube is really cool because if we do decide to exert, we can, what's it called? We can exert and then still roll that steel side. Now the big issue here for me with Ice Cube and exert is that when you roll the exerted side, it'll automatically lock in the exert sides, even if the character isn't fully exerted. We'll see that in a second here, or maybe not in a second. Maybe we'll see that probably eventually here. What that means, but hold on, I'll show you. That doesn't make a ton of sense. Hopefully I'll show you here. We'll see. Oh, that's cool. We killed the imp. Neat. Okay, not rolling the exert on Knight this turn, unfortunately. So I'm looking like a fool. We'll do this into this for sure. Kill you. Save Vampire, I guess. And actually, I'm gonna win this turn, so we're not gonna show it at all this fight, probably. Maybe I won't exactly win. We'll see. Hold on. No, we win. Okay, we win by a lot. Not even close. Soldier versus Scrapper. This is actually, in my opinion, incredibly interesting. I'm gonna go with the Scrapper here, mainly because A, unaffected by the curse, and then B, a very good polearm character, right? Now we can focus purely on, like, shield stacking on this man, and it'll be very good. Now, the Scrapper is not, like, the last person we want to hold the Bone Charm, because we're going to be putting a lot of shields on them pretty consistently, right? So, there is that. Dude, they hate the Evoker. What the fuck, man? Well. You know what's funny here? We're actually going to use the parry here. We're going to parry like this. Oh my god! I'm dumb! Okay, I don't like this anymore. I've just made the connection that this messes up stasis, or steel messes up. Stasis messes up the steel effect. I'm actually a fool. It's fine. We're still doing it this way. It's okay, but it is definitely way worse than I thought it was going to be here. That's so tragic. I actually prefer, I think, parrying on Scrapper to keep them healthy here. That's a lot of damage coming in. I'm a fool. I'm a fool, man. I was so caught up with the exert thing, which, by the way, I'm going to take here probably. I was so caught up with the exert thing, I forgot about, you know, not dying, I guess. And not being able to use steel here. What am I doing exactly? So I think I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna do this. And we can't quite kill the Fanatic here, so I'm going to go parry, probably. Into... Well, I can do this. Kind of like... Oh, you know, and we win. We survive. There we go. Good. They both die. Fucking take this shit off of you. Don't ever look at me again. I guess we're almost never going to be boosting on Juggler here. We have no way to boost Juggler here, so I think this to prevent weaken is fine for the time being, but very stinky. Okay. Treasure chest. We have some junk items we can take off here for the time being. Although we do have mini crossbow polearm. It's not the best combo in the world, but it is a thing. I think I'm just gonna go with the chest here. We have some junk that we can just take off for the time being. Like, I'm pretty down to do like this. That I think is pretty good. We've created a wand grips here that might get better depending on what items we see. Right? I think that's pretty solid. I like this turn a lot. God damn you. Oh, that's annoying. Never mind. I hate this turn. Oh, that's frustrating. Let's say we're going to kill this shade here by, like, doing some sick burst strats. Never mind, man. Kill the ghost. Play it this way, but this is very frustrating, I will say. Juggler ruined everything. I'll definitely hold pretty much all of these rolls. Come on. There we go, okay. So we can do some stuff here. We can do some shit. This just actually flat out kills you from full. I like that quite a bit. We've set up Quartz to die to a drop here. Shade, we love just chipping in for one every turn. Yeah, that changes things a little bit, but not too much. There you go, good. Ooh, I love Keeper here. Bash is fine, but I think Scrapper is potentially an endgame character here with Polearm and Keeper together. That seems way too strong for me. Okay, we're gonna do this. Now, here's the issue. Juggler is gonna fucking kill my ass, man. And I believe... Yeah, this does prevent the possession here, which is good. Right? But I think we'll do maybe this to reduce the amount of damage that Juggler can deal to me. But even if it's only a tiny bit... Oh, actually, hold on, I'm stupid. One moment, please. This is way better here. Well, now, we do lose the mana on Evoker, but getting the mana on Juggler and removing those cantrip sides, way better for us here. Way, way, way better. That's a thing. I guess we can leave this here, then. Oh, wait a second. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Hold on. You do... It's actually this into this. Now we've removed all of our damage sides. Hooray. How do I feel about Bone Charm here? I don't think we need it. Although, if anyone needs it, it's maybe Keeper. The way I see this going down is I can definitely easily see Keeper using Repel Shields to kill, like, a double targeting Thorn. And he just dies from full HP, basically. So I can see this being a situation for sure. And I think other than that, we just run it. Dude, they hate Scrapper, dude. Okay, all very good rolls. We'll take all of these. Okay, good stuff. Very good stuff here. This is like an optimal, honestly, turn one, and I feel like rolls-wise. I mean, obviously, this could have been better. This could have been the 3 instead of the 2, but, like, that's a really good turn. I think we've gotten this one pretty much wrapped up now. Okay, I'll take all of these. Oh, yeah, goodbye, madness. Goodbye, madness. I guess we can do... Oh my god, we can do Ice Cube plus Jump, can't we? I've never realized this before. That's actually kind of awesome. Okay, so take this off, right? Obviously. Now look at this. Oh, but Stasis gets added too. Duh, shit. Okay, never mind. Terrible. I guess, you know, it's actually... First off, Jump is just classically good on Keeper. I am a little bit worried about how few sides Keeper has, but this is already a bad side to begin with on Keeper anyway. So to me, not that big of a deal to have this here, right? Now, is it Is this worth it? Right? I think this is genuinely arguably better. Because here's the thing about Keeper, right? Usually, the steel sides are cute, but they're generally overkill. Most times, the steel on Keeper, not always, certain boss fights, the steel is not overkill, right? It ends up being relevant, but a lot of times it ends up being overkill. I think keeping the repel here in exchange for losing the steel on these is arguably worth it, right? I think that's genuinely a compelling argument for me, at least, right? I think we put this back here as well. And I think, especially with the spiker here, I think for this fight, we probably put the Bone Charm on Juggler. Very good chance Juggler does not make it out of this alive, right? And then this goes back to here. We have, like, neutered the treasure chest here. And I think actually so much so that we're better off just leaving this at 2 and then not single using it, right? I think that's fine. Anyway, a lot happening here, man. A lot happening this run. I'd rather roll the 5 repel here, I think. Obviously, kinda, right? Yeah, I'll settle for the 2. That's also fine, I suppose. Don't want to waste damage. I expect Juggler to die next turn, and I don't want to waste the resources to keep you alive. But Juggler, probably not long for this world. Oh, look at that. Juggler chose life. Lovely. I'll hold this. And what do you got for me here? Should be good enough, I imagine. Yeah, there we go. Definitely good enough. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Leader versus Weaver. Weaver loses the dodge, but otherwise is pretty unaffected by the curse. I don't hate that too much. Leader is just dog shit. I much prefer Scrapper here. 1,000,000%. So, what are we doing? What are we doing here? I'm just taking Weaver, I think. There is something to be said, especially in this team, about putting this here. I think I just prefer the 3 mana single uses, but it's interesting. It is for sure interesting. I think at that point... Not this one, sorry. I think at that point, we get to the threshold where I'd rather single use this. And then get the extra mana. I think it's really interesting on whether or not you play Bone Charm here. Do you risk a character maybe dying in exchange for the vampire getting a little bit of extra boost out of that mana side? I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't know for sure one way or the other. Well, either way, I put it on the wrong character. I'll hold this. We'll roll the rest here. There we go. That's a good roll. Okay, so we've do this into this to kill that ghost. And then we just defend vampire here. Then pass. And both these ghosts are going to be pretty easy to kill, I think, from this position. You guys got anything for me? Come on. There we go. We got a lot for me. There we go. Mushroom versus Duck. Tragically, Duck is dog shit on this team, obviously, right? So sad. Duck, a very strong item, but obviously pretty much worthless here, right? Mushroom. I like Mushroom on Weaver, right? Weaver has these single-use sides. So you end up usually only using the sides once anyway to begin with. So I don't hate that. We could take 2 random tier 4s. There's something to be said about the even if the tier 4 items are junk, they boost the treasure chest, which is pretty interesting. I think we're supposed to take the mushroom though still. I think I like this well enough here. Seems pretty good. Okay, I'll take these rolls. Those are very strong rolls there. I'll love to take this. I think I'll actually settle on the juggler here too. And we're looking for... Damn, Scrapper, you fucking suck, man. We're still fine, obviously, but what the fuck, dude? We go double crush to kill both alphas here. We get a pretty easy stun on the Cyclops next turn. The Scrapper just threw there. Scrapper rolled the shield bash. We just win that, man. Yeah, that's good enough. There you go. Cool, cool, cool. Wanderer missing the 1 shield is not nothing. Forsaken missing the damage and the mana side is terrible. My gut tells me here it's a pretty safe random. I would like to keep Scrapper for as long as possible because Scrapper with the Polearm is really good with the Keeper. It's not so good that we just want to forego a character upgrade here. Like in theory, we can choose to just skip, and then we'll guarantee have a tier 2 in the end. Ideally, that tier 2 being, you know, the Scrapper. But I don't think it's worth risking seeing a bunch of bad characters and having to like take some dog shit instead. If we lose Scrapper, it's not a big deal. There are, I mean, Eccentric is still in the pool. Eccentric would be a terrible hit here for us. Let's not mince words about that, but that's kind of the only bad hit for us, I think, on this team. Eccentric would be debilitatingly bad, though, actually, when I think about it. But it's not going to be Eccentric. Don't worry, guys. Trust me. Okay. Curator is workable here. Those two rightmost sides, the Shield Bash is fine, but everything else is kind of bad. I will say, Polearm Curator on a team that can make mana is incredibly good. So I think we're in a good spot right now. I think this is solid. I think actually so much so, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put this, I believe, here to generate hopefully more mana for the team. We actually can't pair it. Except we can pair it with Weaver, but we would not pair it with Weaver at that point. Maybe this sucks. Hold on. You know what we could do? Actually, we could do this as well. I actually kind of like that more, I think, because then we can cantrip and pair like that. So that looks better to me. Let's make this. We can make this work. This seems fine. Now Weaver tragically lost their dodge. They're not going to be able to. I shouldn't be locking this in, by the way. There we go. I swear to you, I clicked it, man. I hit left click. I've been pranked. I promise you, I hit the button. I do not know why we are. You know what? Fine. Fine, game. You want to play dirty? I see how it is. I'd rather protect, I think, Juggler here from the weaken. Although they're both getting weakened anyway, so it doesn't matter. I guess I can kill them both. Whatever. You're both getting destroyed this turn. That's fine. I've been pranked. I promise you, I left click there on that damn dice. Check the tape. I'll hold this, but we're not gonna get anything out of this here, obviously. Okay, we're gonna chip here and to make more mana into burst or repel into burst here, right? Keeps Vampire alive. Oh, this is brutal. I'll hold this. Okay, guys, we get your shit together, please. Come on. That is not a good turn for us, folks. It is not a good turn. Do I even bother charging here? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. That's a really annoying turn, honestly. Okay, Death Beam on Weaver. If I had to guess, Weaver is probably just dead here. Tragically. Yeah, my Keeper refuses to roll the steel side after I fucked up. That is unfortunate. You know what? I'm going to crush here because it's one of the easiest ways for us to get this last chip in. Ooh, that's annoying too. It's not the end of the world, but we can't repel it all here or anything. Okay. Yeah, we can't repel. Now you fucking roll it, huh, Keeper? You bastard. Oh, we actually have lethal still, so that's fine. Listen, I promise you I clicked it. Game said no. Maybe, you know what? My mouse has been on the fritz lately. Actually, I wouldn't be shocked if it was my mouse. Just not registering the click button. So, here's the thing. Sickle, very strong. Easy. You know why it's very strong here? Boom, there's a +1 all right there. Very nice. You'd also put this actually maybe on Vampire here with this Static Tome, because that we have much easier access to pairing now with this. Actually, I think that is just better. That is something, but Waxio will be better on Curator here for sure. But this looks pretty good to me. Any other thoughts here? No, I think we'll just play it. Looks good to me. Weaver struck down unfairly before his time. We are doing good stuff here. Hold on. The most targeting is on Keeper. If we do this repel here, it kills all 3 of the zombies. I think is a pretty good spot to be in, personally. We're gonna go double crush here to win the fight. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Hopefully all is forgiven. We've recovered. Hooray. Plays Vampire with a generated hero. You know what? There's something to be said about generates. Maybe it's more so common for tier 3s, but I've noticed generally generate characters are left side heavy, right? What I mean by that is usually these two spaces here are way stronger than the rest of the spaces, right? Something to be said about that. You know what? Actually, maybe I do want this. Because worst case scenario, we can just go tome, static tome, and then this still. And they're probably not a bad character. Yeah, I think I actually want to do that. What do you got for me? You are a freak of nature. What is this, man? You only have 5 HP. That's not good. You have 3-pip revive sides. What is this? 2 mana. You know what? Your spell is actually awesome. Your spell is actually crazy good. You just as a character are horrible. We'll do this, and you know what? Actually, arguably a better character. It's weird, but we'll make it work, I think. It's more mana, or it's not more mana generation. It's weird mana generation. We have a heal here, but then yeah, whatever. It's actually less mana, I think. Oh, you know what? We don't have to worry anymore because now we just have profit on the team instead. We lose that vitality heal, but ultimately the character should be pretty strong still. Kind of don't hate this. I think you do that. I think you just do this still. Yeah, that looks better to me. I don't hate this either. Yeah, I actually like this too, I think. It's got Decannon already, so just putting a single use on it for like a huge shot of mana, I think looks pretty good here. Maybe just take this off then? No, I don't know. Yeah, I think we do actually. I think we just take this off for the time being then. Okay. Okay, they're killing my juggler. Very rude. Shouldn't have too much issue though, it looks like. Guys, come on, give me some mana, please. Rude. Okay. We do this. Into this. And then crush for lethal. Dumbbell Serration. I mean, here's the thing. Serration should be really strong on Curator. The other thing, though, is that Dumbbell is, like, pretty strong on this team, too. So we can get rid of Stasis and go jump Dumbbell, and then Keeper's got 9-pip, Steel, Repel side. Like, I think it's gotta be Dumbbell. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Serration is really good with Curator, though, too, especially for just knocking down bosses really quickly. Because you charge up the side, right? And then you hit them for, like, 10. You know, I think that's actually better. That's, I think, more of a, I don't know. That seems more easy to win a boss fight for us, personally. Also, you know what? Actually, what sells me is I forgot we can do it in this order. So now Polearm, the Serration is just on all 4 of the sides. Yeah, that's really strong. That will win most fights, I imagine. Especially if we can get both mana rolls here on these two. You hit mana into any mana here. We're just serrating for 8, and then we're just bursting any boss down. It should be pretty real. Actually, at this point, maybe we do just actually want this here now. I don't know. At this point, I think it is worth it to put the thingy on, or take the Bone Charm off for boosting the Weaver. I think we've hit that threshold now where that's worth it too. Uh-oh. Guys. Okay, there we go. Good. Good. So we can kill anyone. I will choose to kill the demon here, I think. And then we'll just block here and really mess up those costs something fierce. And I guess we just crush into crush, I guess. It's wasted on the demon there, but it does just kill both costs for us, which is nice too. This seems pretty good. There you go. Final fight, we're against Hexia. Hexia's a little scary, although again, like actually no, it's not that scary. Because the vulnerable plan should work really well. I guess I just prefer Dabalus, man. Although, you know, I will say, actually, Venom is just unaffected by the curse. And it is range damage, which is nice, too, for poisoning the Hexia if something goes terribly wrong. Well, I think just Dabalus just having more HP and is better at killing the imps and has a bit of mana support is actually just better for us still. I don't know. I'm just so off of Venom lately, man. I don't know. This character just feels bad to me. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this. I think this is maybe dumb, but I don't know. Maybe it'll work well. I think we're just so all in on mana for Curator here too. I think this is fine as well. Okay, so everyone's dying, pretty much. Those are good rolls there. Okay, I mean, we can... Let's just see how this currently looks. I think we win this right now. We just hit here into probably... Who's the most targeted this turn? Let's see. Okay, Prophet. There you go. Oh, I need to do one of the ones that Hexy is targeting. I guess just Davos then. Is this fine? If you go double crush, what happens? Yeah, these two beat the single imp. There's a lot of casualties here, but I think this is okay. And I could go back maybe and put like a preemptive burst on the keeper first, maybe, to be not dead here, but I think we're okay. There we go, okay. We could have been maxed out a little bit more, but I think, yeah, I think those two, if those two lose to an imp, like at that point, I just uninstall the game and never play it again, I'm pretty sure. That's fine. Hey, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Pretty cool run. A lot of, you know, some news here. I have never ever thought of using stasis on Ice Cube to use jump, basically. I've never had this thought before. That was neat, I think. Arguably not worth it because you lose the steal, but I think it is worth it. I think it ultimately is worth it to maintain that extra repel side, especially when, I mean, not that this is an important side. When our team is less consistent than normal because of the right two blanks, I think it is good to do that, basically. And then also, obviously, I'm glad Polearm played out well, right? I'm glad the Polearm line with Curator ended up being what won us the game. That was fun. It's one of the things that's really cool about this game, right? It obviously doesn't happen every time, right? But when you take an item speculatively and it ends up carrying your run, it is always really cool to see, right? That's fun. Anyway, have a good one. Goodbye.